born in class. Today we shall be looking at the skeletal system. But before we proceed, I want you to pause a bit and think about your body without bones. Just try to write down what it will look like. We shall discuss that in the Google Classroom. Now let's look at skeletal system. We'll be looking at the definition of skeletal system. We look at the bones of the body. We look at functions of the skeleton. Now, the skeletal system is a system of human body comprised of bone and cartilage. Bone is the major aspect of skeleton. Then the functions of the skeleton, it's important we look at it first before we look at the bones. Number one, skeleton aids movements of the body. Without the skeleton, we will not be able to walk effectively. And of course, you know that movement is very paramount in our subject. Then it gives the body definite shape. It protects the delicate organs of the body, such as the heart. It brings out the beauty of the body. It assists in breathing by movement of the ribs. And it helps the body to produce red blood cells through the bone marrow. Now, this is a typical skeleton, but we shall be looking at the model we have here. Let's take a look at this. From the head region, we have the skull, where we have that houses the brain inside. Then we have the lower jaw here, and we have the cervical vertebra, the bone of the neck. After that, we have these bones that looks like a cage. We call it rib. The ribs, they are about 22 in number. Then we have this one, the sternum. The sternum is the hardest bone of the body. It's flat in shape and looks like a knife. Then we have this bone coming down through the chest region is called the thoracic vertebra. Then if you go down towards the stomach region, it's called the lumbar vertebra. Then here we have this bone that connects the ribs to this place. We call it the clavicle. Then at the back we have the scapula, which is the shoulder blade. Then we have this bone known as humerus. Then we have two bones here. One is the radius, and the next one is the ulna. The big one is radius, and this is the ulna. Then the bone of the wrist is called the carpal. Then we have the metacarpal, that's the bone of the palm, and phalanges, bones of the finger. Then we have this bone. This is the pelvis. And after that, we have the bones of the leg region. We call it femur. This is femur. After femur, we also have another bone here that is circular in shape. We call it the patella. And we have tibia and fibula. Tibia is the big one, and the small one is the fibula. Then after that, we have this bone, which is called tarsal. This is metatarsal, and this is phalanges, just as we have it in that of the arm. So these are the basic major bones we have in the body. They are about 206 in number. So as we get to the Google Classroom, we will discuss details of the skeletal system. Thank you so much for listening.